coming to you from Limitless Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. It's Amped After Dark with Travis Bowlin. Tonight's musical guest Jesse Black, Ollie Dog and the Hortons plus Brendon Bennett. Did you know? According to a 2001 study, cows produce more milk when listening to slow music, specifically relaxing tunes that lower their stress. Now here's your host, Travis Bowlin.
Woo! Welcome to Amped After Dark, the only show where music, art, and comedy come together like a jazz trio that hasn't rehearsed. Seriously, we're improvising this whole thing and we're happy you're here. Tax day may be behind most of us, but for myself and 29 other counties in the state of Tennessee, we actually have an extension to pay till June 8th due to a month-long power outage we had caused by a winter ice storm. And unfortunately for myself, I owe this year. So available now in the gift shop are these t-shirts. This shirt paid Travis Bowlin's tax debt while supplies last. Moving on. Have you ever heard of the pyrophone? I hadn't until recently. This is also known as the fire organ or the explosive organ. It's an instrument that makes sounds through combustion and flame. It was invented in 1870 by musician physicist George Frederick Eugene Kastner. And what it does, it has glass tubes and it looks just like a pipe organ, but using either propane or kerosene and regulating the combustion in the flame, it can make soft human-like whispers as well as giant, big resonating sounds. Now, I hope to God they use this thing outdoors. It's basically a glass pipe organ with its own pyrotechnics. It's crazy, it's unique, it may be a little dangerous, but it's worth checking out. A little May music history. May 6, 1968, Johnny Cash recorded the legendary At Folsom Prison Blues album. In May 21st, 1970, Crosby, Stills, and Nash & Young released their protest song, Ohio. And in 1972, the Rolling Stones released Exile on Main Street. All really historical releases for the month of May throughout that time. We got a lot of fun and music in store for you. Now, Ollie, hit me with that death walking music. I'd like to start off with our guitar of the day out of the Illustrated Directory of Guitars by our boy Ray Bonds. Let's see what we get. What do we got? Martin Taylor and the Yamaha Electroacoustic. Okay. Get you a close-up of that right there. Ooh, check it out, check it out, check it out. This was invented in 1989, inspired with the design and help of British jazzman Martin Taylor. This is Yamaha's approach to an acoustic electric that actually has a true electric as well as a true acoustic tone. It's a hybrid. And you can see there it has volume and tone, a toggle switch, as well as controls on the side, and it looks like a battery cavity on the side for the acoustics. So that's pretty state of the art for that time. So check into that a little bit more. And that does it for the illustration guitar directory from our buddy over there, Ray Bonds. Now moving on to this episode's open tuning. This time we're going to talk about Open E, which is considered an West Memphis, Arkansas tuning. And like a lot of other open tunings, you can utilize all the strings. It's a very open, loud, resonating tuning. I can understand why old bluesmen would use this tuning. You could be heard a little bit better. So it's E, B, E, G sharp, B, E. You know, when I was younger, this is how I learned how to play slide on this tuning. It's very nice to do that with. Very open. I'm playing on this old 1950s Laredo. This is pretty much a K guitar, but this was an in-house brand for a place called Morgan Music Shop in Anderson, Indiana. So little bit of open E. Now, I want to introduce y'all to a new segment that we like to call Totally Real Music Products. And this comes from recent music catalog that I got in the mail, and I was just blown away by some of these real music products that are coming out, starting with this interesting one from Resentment Engineering. It's the X Band Synth of Regrets. It says, relive every musical mistake for only $599.99. It features recreating awkward breakup songs instantly, 128 patches of unresolved emotions, built-in "They Were Crazy" filter, and authentic analog style heartache. That's my favorite part. We have a review here from an actual user. It says, finally, a synth that understands me, and that comes from Guy Who Can't Move On. I think I know him, actually. I might have met him. It features Ghost Note Generator, Passive Aggressive LFO, Crybaby Resonance, and MIDI over text. Believe me, if I could break up over MIDI, over anything, that would be pretty cool. This one's quite fun. As a, part-time one-man band musician, I found this really cool. Introducing the Gig Bag Band in a Bag for only $900. Built-in drums, bass, keys, guitars, and vocals. Plays a whole concert by yourself. No bandmates, no problem. Airline-friendly. TSA, not so sure. We see how they handle stuff. And it includes all that stuff that you can see here. One bag, 0 friends. And then we have a actual customer review from One-Man Army Dave, sorry. I used to need a band, now I just need a therapist. So good on you, Dave. Moving on, we got one more here. This one I'm really interested in. I'm gonna try to get a hold of this one myself. This is the Enchanted Reverb Skull for $350, and it includes a garlic knob. I'm gonna try to call this number down here and see if I can get an order in. But in the meantime, let's move on to one of our musical guests.
Everything was cold as hell, but stuck in my hand. Broke down by a truck stop and a car silent. Hadn't slept the night before, my show my distress. Let the past in Loudoun County and I headed to the west. Headed to the west. There ain't no pretty way to say that our things happen. Living life in happiness, I only paper thin. Something changed inside of me, like someone switched the light. 'Cause I lost my love that morning and another friend that night. Another friend that night. And I've been through hell and back, and I swerved through fire flames. And everything I do to cope will make a sober change. The alcohol don't get me lost, make it through the smoke. I might figure out how to get back on the road. There ain't no pain, a sign that says rock bottom sitting here. One end on a cigarette and the other on a beer. And I might waste away again, it's my God-given right. Just need someone to take me home for another restless night. Another restless night. And I've been through hell and back, and I swerved through fire flames. And everything I do to cope will make a sober change. The alcohol don't get me lost, make it through the smoke. I might figure out how to get back on the road.
Off the Record with Daryl.
All right, so now we're talking about the difference between a cutout and a promotional for radio play only. All right, so this is what's called a cutout, because see, there's a hole drilled in the upper right hand corner. And the reason why, a lot of times what record companies will do, they'll overpress certain records. They'll end up selling the extra copies, and they'll either punch a hole or do what's called a notch cut to let you know it's a cutout. So that's one thing you're looking for when you're looking for a cutout. But this record right here, this is a radio. This is what you call a promotional copy. This is sent to radio before the official album is released. And also, having a promotional copy makes it more valuable when you're selling something secondhand. This is a very rare record already. This also is a promotional, not for sale copy that was sent out to radio before it was released. This is, but there are no notch cuts, nothing on it. This is another cutout, and this has a hole drilled, which you can barely see it right here. Now this has what's referred to as a notch cut. See right here? Now in general, for the most part, having a record be a cutout does affect the value, but not by very much. Most of the time, especially on the secondhand market, it may affect the value anywhere from 10 to 20%.
Hey y'all, we recently saw a performance from Jesse Black. He was in our studio actually early on when I first started working in the studio, and I've been knowing Jesse for, it's been probably 14 years, 13 years now, hasn't it?
15 now.
Yeah, because you was just a little pipsqueak. Now you're a grown
13.
man. So Jesse, a couple of things I want to talk about is one, your parents are great.
That's right.
They have saved me multiple times when I was out touring and I broke down close to their home. But more importantly, they was really supportive of what you wanted to do. And they, especially your daddy, he drove you every dang where that you needed to go. And that's important, is to be supportive. And not a lot of parents are like your parents. So I want to give them a shout out and tell them they're rock. But when you were younger, you were doing a lot of stuff with the blues
right.
world, and you used to go over there to what was
Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Yeah,
I just
all
got back
there
from Saturday. Yep.
And but one thing that you've developed now is more of a lean towards bluegrass, and,
That's right.
kind of what changed in you, because obviously there's not a whole lot of difference there. There is between blues and bluegrass, but the roots are very similar.
That's right.
And coming from a guitar standpoint, you always kind of had that bluegrass picking in you. So, but what really made you transition from blues to bluegrass?
So I grew up listening to a lot of it, but not necessarily playing a lot of it. And then whenever I started doing shows, I mainly transitioned to solo acoustic. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up meeting the folks at Gallagher Guitar. Yeah. And as soon as I went to the first event with them, and I was like, well, I've heard bluegrass my whole life. I've been playing along with it. I've been covering a couple songs. I could probably do this. Yeah. And then I realized how over my head I was. Well, I figured out I need to start learning this stuff. And the more I learned it, the more you get into it. It's like a drug, man. Yeah.
But talking about that guitar, that was the one you were playing in the video of you performing. Yeah. Now that guitar is out there. Is that made here in Tennessee then?
It is. It's made in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
And what woods or what's in that guitar that makes it that?
So the back and the sides are mahogany, and the top is Adirondack spruce.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Well, spruce and alder and mahogany, all those are the right kind of woods they say to use. And that guitar sounds great, brother. Do you have any gigs coming up? I know you've done some pretty big bluegrass festivals within the last year or so.
I go out there and I help Gallagher promote the guitars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And what was that festival you went to, the most recent one you
Merle Fest.
Merle Fest.
Out
That
there
was
in
it.
Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
That's cool. So what was your favorite part about that?
Favorite part about that? It's kind of cool working those events because whenever you work them, you get the backstage pass, and so you're just eating next to people I grew up listening to.
Eating's a big part of everything for me too. Yeah. I love that, man. So what are some upcoming plans you have? And things?
Some upcoming plans I have, I got some out of town stuff. I just got back from North Carolina, Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said. I went over there for the crawfish boil.
Very cool.
I'll be an intern over at the Pine Top Perkins workshop again.
Yes. You've been involved with Pine Top Perkins since you were a
All
kid,
the time, yeah.
forever, man.
Since about the time I met you.
Yeah, I would say,
Yep.
yeah.
So I got
that's
2 more
cool.
runs to South Dakota this year. I'm looking at lining up a tour to Florida, maybe going back to New York for some shows. But
So with the Pine Top thing, so you're going to be basically doing what the older folk did for you. You're going to be doing for the next generation.
that's right, yeah.
And that's very important. If you want to check out Jesse Black, you can do it online. And we hope to have you back again real soon.
Oh.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you
Appreciate
again.
it, yeah.
It's Brendon in the alley, and tonight it's trivia night. So I'm here in the street with Patrick. Yeah? Where are you
Yep.
from, Patrick?
From Pleasant Hill, California.
Awesome. I'm from California myself. We're answering some trivia questions here today, and I've got a few for you if you're ready to play.
I'm ready. Hit me.
This is more of like a riddle, okay? There's 12 fish in a tank, and 6 of them drown. How many are left?
There's 12.
You got that one. Okay, dude. All right, so you get $1.
Oh, I'm loaded.
Yep. And now do you want to double or nothing that $1 right now for another question?
And yeah, let's do it.
All right. Name me a music artist or a band that has a food in the name.
The Banana Splits.
Who are they? I've never heard of the Banana Splits.
Oh!
I'll give you $1 for that one because you could be right.
No, that's like a no.
It's actually no. You're good on that one. All right, Brian, you ready for some trivia?
Ready.
All right. What's the most common bird in the world?
Oh, it's a tough one. I'm gonna go with a pigeon.
I'll give you one more guess.
Okay. The middle finger?
No. Okay, it's actually the chicken.
Of course.
Go figure. Okay, I got another one for you.
All right.
Can you explain to me what Murphy's Law is?
If something bad will happen, it will happen.
Okay. That was close enough. Brian, thanks for playing. You're a richer man today than you were yesterday.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, so no wrong answers here. I need
Okay.
you to describe to me what would a chair look like if our legs bent the other way.
I've been, oh, okay. Probably upside down.
Upside down?
I don't know. That's just a guess. I don't know.
No wrong answers here. So we owe you $1 for answering that question correctly.
you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm
Can you-
halfway to a beer.
You are, yeah. Can you name for me a band or a singer with a name of a food in their name?
Blind Melon Chitlin, if you know what that is. That's from Cheech and Chong, bro.
There we go. You get $2 for that one.
I know it.
This man's stacking up. Thanks for being a good sport, Chris. That was fun.
On this episode of Will It Slide, we're gonna see if a candle can be used to play slide guitar. It does slide, but it is leaving wax all over my guitar. So I say it half slides. On to the next one.
Is Brendon playing with a pick?
No. It's a pretzel.
Well, that does it for this show. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching and all those who are involved in making this episode of AMP After Dark. My phone's ringing. Hold on, I've been waiting on an important call from my mechanic. I'm going to take this real quick. Hello?
Is this Travis Bowlin?
Yes, it is.
The truck is ready. Here's the pickup.
Oh, okay. What's the damage on it?
$800.
$800? Woo! All right, well, I'll be down there Monday to pick it up.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. $800? How am I going to get that? I think I have an idea. We'll see you next time. I'll catch you in the gift shop.